Hi, and welcome to my second ever video. Um, Today we're going to talk about WWE this year, what has happened, some of the rumors that I have currently heard. So let's start out this video with one of the major news stories of the year, which was Roman Reigns announcing he has cancer. I feel that yeah, they let him off the air, but they should have put him in a backstage role if he wanted it. If he didn't want it, that was fine. He needs to think about his life, his health. We need to see him back because as of now, Raw ratings have completely went downhill since he left. Fans may hate him, they love him, they hate him, but they still respect him. He's still a human being. Ronda Rousey making her debut in Royal Rumble this year, back in January. I like the fact that she came back, or she came into the WWE. But what really I didn't like about that was she went into the ring with two women that were champions. One woman that had won the very first ever Women's Royal Rumble, and she didn't face none of them. They decided to put her in a match with Triple H and Steph and tag her up with Kurt Angle. If you're going to bring somebody in and you're going to have them stand in the ring with two champions in the ring, your Royal Rumble winner is going to choose one. You would expect that they would say, okay, since Ronda Rousey's making her appearance at the Royal Rumble and she's standing in the ring with two champions, the other champion she's going to face, not have her in the ring with two champions and not face neither one of them at WrestleMania. Raw ratings this year, beginning of the year, they were actually good. Towards the end of the year, now completely sucked. They're in the toilet. Crown Jewel, WWE went over to Saudi Arabia. They went over because of blood money, in my opinion. They went over to a country that doesn't give a damn about the United States. All these big businesses, all they care about is money. They don't care about people. And especially when you got right before your so-called pay-per-view, you have a journalist being killed by that country. And you're still going to go over after all of this? You say you care about the fans. Well, all of us fans were saying, don't go. It's not worth it. But all you cared about was the money. But I digress. AJ Styles reporting on Twitter today that when he punched the boss, Vince McMahon, that he would do it all over again. I doubt that he would, unless it was a storyline. Because there's no way that you would punch the boss and get away with it. There was big news in WWE when they decided to go with the Women's Revolution. They actually gave women a chance to headline pay-per-views. They actually gave them one of their own pay-per-views, which I actually liked. It's shown that they're finally allowing the women to be on the same page as the men. They're coming out with the Women's Tag Team Championship, which, okay, they did that years ago. I don't know why they gave it up. Shocking news, both Royal Rumble participants that actually won the Royal Rumble this year ended up losing at WrestleMania. What a shocker. Two real good WWE stars, and they blow them again. Dean Ambrose turns on Seth Rollins the same night that Roman Reigns, their so-called partner, announces that he's got cancer. You're not going to turn two brothers against each other on a night that another person that's in the faction announces he has to retire because he's got cancer. It was a good move, but they could have waited about a week later. Because the fans are shocked because of the news that a superstar has cancer. Another human being has cancer that we all watched and looked up to. But to turn two people against each other and cause another shocker, in my book, that shouldn't have happened. They should have waited a couple weeks later. The new Hell in a Cell color. A lot of people were liking the silver color. When they changed it to red, everybody was like, why? Why? It's not a Raw pay-per-view. It's not just an exclusive Raw pay-per-view. It's both Raw and SmackDown. Why would you change it the Raw color if it's a two-show pay-per-view? WWE, wake up. Listen to us. Hey, what's up, Chris Pete? Thanks for watching. If anybody here doesn't know who Chris Peeps is, he's got a show on YouTube on Monday and Tuesdays called The Chris Peeps Show. He talks WWE. He does a Raw review show. He does, on Tuesday, he does SmackDown review show. On Thursdays, if there's a pay-per-view coming up, he does a pay-per-view prediction show. If you'd like, go over to his page and subscribe. He's my big influence into what I'm doing now. He has been a big influence on a lot of people that are WWE fans and love talking pro wrestling. So I suggest going over to his YouTube page and watching it. If you're a big wrestling fan like I am, you'll love watching his shows. Wrestlers that have died this year. We lost Jim the Anvil Neidhart. We lost Bruno Sammartino. We lost Brian Cooper, which was a shocker to us all. We did not expect none of these wrestlers to go, but especially Brian Christopher, when everybody heard that he had passed away. It was a complete shock. Now, I don't know how they're going to go do this now with the Royal Rumble coming up. I hope they keep the same rules. But I heard that in New York City, with the Battle Royal, they decided to change the rules on the Battle Royal. You can still eliminate an opponent by throwing them over the top rope and both feet touching the floor. But now they've also added where you can pin them for them to be eliminated. So yeah, if earlier on we were talking about news about Ronda Rousey, how when she come into the WWE, she was in the ring with both Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, and never faced neither one of them at WrestleMania. She comes in, points at the WrestleMania logo, doesn't face neither one of them, instead ends up teaming up with Kurt Angle and facing Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. The Raw ratings, like on the other show with Chris Peeps and pretty much all the other shows that I've seen, the Raw ratings have been crap. Us fans are actually getting fed up with it. They say, oh, we're going to change, we're going to change, we're going to change. Prove it. They say there's going to be a big shakeup. What was the shakeup? That they're announcing 6 NXT members coming over? What's new with that? You guys normally do that after WrestleMania. I was talking earlier, Chris, about Crown Jewel. How that was the worst, by far, the worst decision that WWE has ever made. I can actually take that back. Second worst decision. first worst decision was in XFL, which they're bringing back in 2020. Yay, let's all jump for joy. Not. But all for this year, WWE, honestly, beginning of the year was doing good. Now they're starting to fall apart. My big question is, how much longer before WWE goes out of business? I can actually see the way that they're going. They keep going this way. They don't have much longer. They really don't. Vince is actually running out of ideas. He needs to get better writers. He needs to stop looking at the old talent, the same old talent, and start looking at the new ones. He needs to start showing fans that he's listening to us, not just thinking about how much he can draw or what matches is he going to do that we've seen countless weeks. We've seen matches for the last 3 or 4 weeks that has been going on forever. Vince, we're getting tired of seeing the same routine. You told us 2 Mondays ago that you were going to change the show. You were going to listen to us. If we can get this to Vince McMahon, all of us wrestling fans only have one thing to say to you. Listen to us. Quit bullshitting us. Actually give us what we want, which is good wrestling. Give us back the Attitude Era. Give us back something along the lines of the Attitude Era. If you don't want to give us the Attitude Era, give us something along the lines. Us fans are getting sick of you guys pushing superstars down our throats. Let us decide who we want to boo and who we want to cheer. Because this year, when we booed Roman Reigns or we booed John Cena, we were censored. I've heard stories about a lot of people going in with signs and having the signs taken away. We're supposed to be the voice of what we like. Don't be the voice for us. We had that before, and look where it got us. So that's all for this show. I will be back on here next Saturday at 6 o'clock for a brand new show. Hope you guys can come and watch. If you like this video, please subscribe down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to Chris Peep Show, please go over to his YouTube page and subscribe to it. So I will see you guys next Saturday. Peace out.